Hey everyone, Mike here once again, and actually I'm a little nervous today. If you watched my last video, I had a check engine light that was on, and it was, I hope it was the mass airflow sensor. I actually went and I cleaned it. If you want to watch that video, you can see how I did that. I was able to turn the check engine light off, so I got rid of the codes, and I also did a little test, and it looked like all of the codes were gone as far as being okay on the torque app. And I drove around probably, I don't know, 30, 50 miles, something like that since then. And so far so good with the check engine light not being on there anymore. But I'm going to go ahead and before I leave for getting the emissions tested, and that's why I'm a little bit nervous today, I got to get that emissions tested. And before I leave, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick check with my ODBDII sensor one more time before I leave. And hopefully when I get there, it passes emissions and this whole thing will be done with. Okay, the car is on, running. And the check engine light is not on. I got my torque app open. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick test. Oh, it says pending fault. What is this? So obviously my mass airflow sensor cleaning did not work, but I still want to get the emissions tested today, so I'll be done with it because it's due the end of this month. And then I can go ahead and just figure out what the problem is later. Let's see if it comes up with the same thing it did before. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe I'll go ahead, clear the fault. Alright, so let me go back. Check the fault codes again. Hopefully this at least gets rid of it while I get the emissions checked. I'm going to hit one more thing on this app to see what comes up as far as a scan. Okay, that's good. Let me just do a test results. It's doing a scan. Alright, well, I had the OKs enough. For some reason they all disappeared, so you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get the emissions checked anyway. It's $8. Maybe it'll pass. Check engine light's not on, so I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm going to head out there anyway and see how it goes. It is not as crowded as I always thought it was going to be. Hopefully it passes and I can just figure this out myself later on. If it doesn't pass, then I head to the end of the month before I can do it, so, or get it fixed. Here comes the moment of truth.
$9 any mileage, please.
86,613.
86, okay. Turn the car off.
Actually, you know what? If you have to get to the gas cap, it has a lock on it.
$9. battery off this thing or something?
I'm sorry?
Have you changed the battery out or anything on this thing?
Last year.
Your monitor's not soot.
Oh, I hate this thing.
Damn.
I can't stand it. Uh-oh, he's writing a bunch of stuff. Doesn't look good. He has a yellow highlighter on it, for God's sakes. Well, as you saw, it did not pass. Here's the paperwork here, and it's kind of good news and it's bad news. The bad news is it didn't pass, but the good news is the reason it didn't pass is not because of the fault code that I was getting before. It's basically saying that the monitor was not ready. The problem probably had to do with this morning whenever I did the check. I had that fault kind of come up, and I ended up getting rid of it. But when I got rid of it, it kind of reset everything back to zero again, and I needed to drive a little bit more to put everything back in its okay status. So what I'm probably going to do is next time I'm going to go back to the emissions. When I get the emissions checked next time, I'm going to go and make sure there's no faults as usual. And if something comes up, then I'm going to make sure I drive around enough that it's going to be back in its okay status after that. And the one good thing is actually they gave me a coupon that I can use, so it's not going to cost me the $9 for another emissions test. It's actually going to cost me nothing except my time to drive back out there and sit in line again. That pretty much wraps up this video for now. Whenever I go to get it re-inspected, I'm going to go and make another video and see how that turns out. But if you like this channel, please smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that little bell so you'll be notified anytime I come out with new videos. I do have other mods that I'm going to be doing, I promise. I know this is more emissions kind of videos that I'm coming out with because that's pretty much what I'm dealing with right now. I don't feel like modding anything until I get this whole emissions thing figured out, because my registration is up at the end of the month and I want to make sure that's out of the way and completed before anything else. So again, that's the end of this video and I am done.